What's up guys, welcome back. So Group B, the next 4 decks will be revealed for the Cross-Banlist Cup 2020. As you probably already saw yesterday, the first 4 decks here, as you see here, were revealed. I'll leave a link in like an annotation, what's the easiest thing that maybe, you know, you can just, like always, and like today as well, feel free to leave suggestions, since the deck list shown here in the group presentation, these deck lists are not set. So again, all changes, all feedback is all appreciated. You know, if you maybe have like a better list, feel free to send me a link or, you know, like a suggestion in the comment section. Anyway, without further ado, the first list for this particular group in Group B, you already saw that the power level is again higher compared to last year's Cross-Banlist Cup, but that's how it is. I try to, and as I mentioned yesterday, there will be some groups that are, you know, more balanced. But anyway, this group, also 4 big names, 4 big decks. The first one we have Clifford's aka Towers Turbo. It's surprisingly that people still vote for this shenanigans. But yeah, what can I say, right? Clifford Towers Turbo, right when from 2015, by the way, when Wavering Ice was just released, and of course during Master Rule 3, using the fullest potential of the pendulum mechanic, and of course using card like what is it called, Tramplings, to reuse your scout, for example. But again, the main piece of the deck is get Apple Clifford Towers on the field as soon as possible and try to win with that particular strategy. Back then it was solid, especially in Europe, because we didn't have those Shonen Jump promos. But yeah, in the States it was of course much easier, or you know, easier to get rid of towers. So let's see how this deck is going to perform in the Cross-Banlist Cup this year. The second list, we have a huge name from the history of this game, and it has been like suggested every year, I think, but now with the power level of the first group, I think it's the right time to release this one in the Cross-Banlist Cup as well. And that's Dragon Rulers, but it's the Rejuvenation Baby Dragon Ruler variant from 2013. Up until this point, definitely one of the best decks and archetypes ever created in this game's history. This, if I'm not mistaken, should be Hoben's list from back then, main decking the double emptiness and of course triple super rejuvenation. We have the babies all at 2, right? You don't play them at 3, but all the bigger dragon rulers are at them maximum. With a gold Sark and of course Vanity's emptiness as well, and the full package of the best hand traps, both Valor and Maxi. Again, a huge list, not to forget the side deck as well. The third list, we have, well, one of those decks that will take on, you know, the powerhouses that we just mentioned. Is a deck that has been featured already in the Cross-Banlist Cup series, but it's one of those decks that contains like a super broken card, being Cross looks greener, and then we have a couple of options, but again, going for the Paleozoic build from Joshua, the 60 card version, by the way, again featuring featuring the Cross looks greener, Card of the Mice, Pot of Desires as well, and then a huge amount of traps. So many traps, and of course relying on the frog engine, right? So Grass looks greener is also being added to the Cross-Banlist Cup 2020. But again, feel free to leave suggestions, but you know, like this list won the YCS, so this should feel like a solid list, especially for Paleozoic and frogs all combined. The last list is a Master Rule 4 deck list, and it's also a highly suggested list because, well, from last year we saw that Pendulums did very well. This is an upgrade to Pendulums, and this is Electromite.deck Electromite Pendulums featuring Astrograph Sorcerer. This deck is from 2018, but right after the ban list from, I believe, February 2018 from the TCG, where cards like a Double Iris Magician got banned, and I believe Joker as well. Since this is at least Joker is not in the list here. This should be Jeremy Mitchell's first place list, but again, I feel that the powerhouses of the deck are present with Electromite, for example, with Starving Venom Magician, you know that one, the triple Astrograph Sorcerer, the Wavering Ice. This is Master Rule 4, but again, like the deck packs so much shenanigans. But again, I might be open to, let's say, like the Double Iris Magician Joker shenanigans, since that was playable for a very short amount of time during like early 2018. That's it for this particular group, Group B, 4 new decks. Tomorrow the next 4 decks should be revealed, and again, like always, feel free to leave suggestions on the deck list shown here today or yesterday, right? Link will be like in all of the annotations. And okay, that's it. Thanks so much, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.